Hi everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Storm King's Thunder. It's good to be with you here on this Sunday, or whenever you're watching this. It's the internet, it could be whenever.
Thursday.
Yeah, sure. We'll just say all the days, and then it'll definitely be true. With me, as always, I have some great players. We have, let's see, we'll start with Tiara today. Tiara, who are you playing today, and what have you got going on here?
I play Mordecai the Ranger.
Excellent. Leo.
Hi. I play Name the Mighty. The Mighty, the very powerful part of the name. Kobold Sorcerer. Hopefully won't die. I wouldn't bet on it.
Level 3, 11 hit points. Doing good with the rolls. Let's see, we got Jake.
I play Coco Tricknips, a forest gnome, rogue / cleric, and I have a Tressym cat that I have yet to name.
Indeed.
I forget your last name every week, and it makes me laugh.
Let's see, and then we have Jason as well. Jason, who are you? Well, we'll get to who you're bringing in. I think we'll hold on to that.
Some dude.
Yeah. And then I will be, of course, standing in for all of the other characters, as well as for Canine today, playing his character Droust, who is, of course, a drow monk that we've got with us.
You told the secret. You would not tell us what he was.
That's true. He'd figure it out pretty quickly, I think. All right. So last time you guys rescued some people from some goblins and ended up in a giant castle, literally a giant castle, a giant's giant castle, flying through the sky. There's a kind of a hippie-esque sort of giant maneuvering this thing around. He seems to have some insights, perhaps, into what is going on with the giants, and when last you spoke to him, he had agreed to take you to the town of Waterdeep. So that is...
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I mean, that's exactly the case. That is where we left off. And we'll take you guys over to the castle. You find yourself... Zephyros had asked you all to kind of make yourself at home here in this kind of bottom chamber that really is not home-like, but certainly has space for you to camp out in it. It's basically wilderness living inside a flying castle. And Zephyros will kind of ascend back up to his chambers, and eventually this castle is going to get underway, flying across the skies. It's going to travel for a couple of days, and at some point during this time, you guys are going to you're probably going to realize that maybe you've been flying a little bit too long, if the plan is to actually get to Waterdeep. But during this time, also, Zephyros has kind of left you all alone on this first floor. So we should probably talk about if there's any hijinks or anything that anybody wants to get up to.
I think I did a perception check before to look for anything fancy I could see or anything of value. Yeah,
this kind of lower level is not particularly valuable. There's these sconces that have kind of these spheres that are dangling from the ceiling, that are always lit, which probably doesn't help your camping experience here. There's a couple of very tall statues of giants, and then there's just this massive table and chair. That's really all that's in this particular chamber. There's a curtain you can play with that kind of leads out into the little entryway as well, if you feel like it. And of course, above you, there is the tower keeps ascending. There is a hole in the floor that occasionally you can kind of see the shape of Zephyros kind of walk by above.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So you're going to be a couple of days into the journey. It's going to be the dawn of the third day. When you're going to hear actually a noise coming from outside of the building. And at this point, you have definitely been going longer than you would expect to be going for anyone to take you to Waterdeep.
Can I peek out and just see what it is or who it is and try to do it without whoever's out there, whatever's out there seeing me?
Yeah. So the sound that you're hearing, at first you hear the sound of some bird-like creatures kind of screeching, and kind of looking out past this vestibule out into the area beyond where it's space and cloud. You see flying up towards you a bunch of riders, and they're riding on kind of these giant bird-like creatures. And as they get a little bit closer, you can see that they are riding on giant vultures. They are going to come, and all of the riders are wearing steel helmets. They all are kind of dressed similarly, and they're going to come, and the vultures are going to kind of land on the cloud structure that this is built on, which seems to be enough for them to be able to walk on and that kind of thing. It seems sturdy enough to hold weight, basically.
Can I do like a perception check, possibly without them noticing? I don't know how I would do that, but just to see if there's anyone who looks like they're the leader, and what, if anything, of dangerous weapons they have, or anything interesting they have.
Yeah. Okay. So they're all dressed very similarly. As far as what they're carrying, they all have on kind of basic leather armor. They all have swords strapped to their sides, and probably the biggest thing of interest with them is on their face. These helmets that they're wearing, they actually go down and cover their eyes in a way that almost kind of makes it look like they have bird heads in a weird sort of way.
So they're all dressed the same. I can't. They're pretty much all identical.
That's what it looks like just from them flying in. You can. I will give you a perception check if you would like to.
Yeah, 1 sec.
I know these guys.
Yeah, from where you're standing, you really can't tell. Any of them might look, more or less leader-esque. Obviously one of them was kind of flying at the head of the pack, but is that the leader or is that just kind of like the head scout? It's really hard to tell as they come flying in. As they land on the cloud, they're going to dismount the vultures and begin heading towards the front gate.
Already some spicy peppers.
All right. They're going to approach the door. Let's see. Zephyros is up. You okay there, Leo? All right. As long as no one's dying on the stream, we're good. They're going to approach the front gate.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. You know, if we need to call emergency services for you or anything, let us know.
Oh, good. I just kind of went down the wrong way. I'm gonna cuff some.
Yeah. Mordecai, where are you hanging out? Are you kind of hanging out in the vestibule here, or have you moved somewhere into the into this main area? Like, where had you landed?
Probably hang out near the gang.
Okay. Just seems worth making sure we know where, kind of how people are positioned here. All right. Striding in through this doorway, this grouping of people is going to kind of walk in. They'll push the curtain aside and step into this chamber.
Can I do another perception check to see if I can see if any of them looks like the leader again, since they're closer?
Yeah, go ahead. Just looking at them, no. You still are not gathering anything just from that. But as they step in, a couple of them are going to step to the front, and one of them is going to kind of call out sort of a greeting to. I mean, I think he'll see that this chamber is occupied, and he's just going to kind of call out, "Greetings! I am Amarath, and I come seeking audience."
Can I cast Charm Person on him?
I grant you audience, Amrath. I am the Nank, the mighty master of this castle.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely try to cast Charm Person on him. Let's see, Wisdom.
Why did it do that?
Probably didn't have your spell slot.
How do I do that? Oh.
Should have one that says your max number and one how many you have left. It probably wasn't 0.
Ah! All right. Yeah. This guy is instantly charmed.
Whoops.
What seeketh thee? What's name? Amarath.
Amaranth. You remember me? Coco? From school days, you know, when we were kids?
Amarath is going to kind of look you up. I cannot say that I remember you, but it's good to see you again, I suppose.
How you been? I see you got a bunch of friends with you. It's so weird finding you here. Can I, to the DM, I'm saying this. So now, he just has a short sword. He doesn't have anything interesting, anything especially dangerous or anything like that.
Let me see if this guy's got anything on him. He actually is not even carrying a sword. On closer inspection, he has a dagger that he has strapped to his belt.
Okay, so Coco says to him, "What are you doing here? We were just talking to Zephyros," and I say Zephyros really loud, to try and get him. I assume he's, if he hasn't come down and noticed since he's a wizard, he's probably asleep or something.
Yeah, as of yet, he has not shown up. Amarath is going to look back. Well, we have come to see the giant. of course. And the companion next to him is just going to kind of step closer and kind of like hiss at him, kind of, quiet, you fool, we don't know these people. We're here to see the giant, not them.
I can't hear her though, or
yeah, you would be able to hear what she
no,
said.
I know we know each other. We were friends in school, and so we know each other. I'm just curious what he's up to.
Mm-hmm. The one next to it is going to just kind of before Amarath can answer, he's going to call out, "We seek audience with the lord of this castle." And
I am the lord of this castle. I am a giant. I have a slight transformation mishap. Sorry about that. But I am Zephyros, mighty giant wizard.
yeah, roll a deception check with disadvantage on that, because you are not a giant.
Ties of chaos. Neutralizing it. Fuck.
I think this guy is just going to ignore you and just call out again. We seek audience with Zephyros, the master of this castle. I think a couple of minutes later, Zephyros is going to kind of descend down through the hole in the floor. Oh, hey there. Welcome to my castle. And he's going to kind of look around. Oh, right. Guests. And he'll land, like, almost like he had forgotten that he had you guys with him. And, like, he's almost as surprised to see you back here as anybody else.
Right. Down with Alzheimer.
As this has happened, like, the rest of these guys have kind of filed in, and they're kind of spreading out a little bit, just to, you know, be hospitable and that kind of thing. They don't want to just
That's
be
not a combat formation.
Amarath is going to seeing Zephyros descend. He will bow, and the one next to him also will bow, and all of the others will kind of do just a little kind of chest thing and bend their head a little bit. And Amarath is going to say, "Mighty Zephyros, we come seeking to parley with you in regards to the giants and the dragons." And Zephyros will, oh yeah, dragons. Haven't seen those for, haven't seen dragons for a long time. The cultists are going to they're going to walk in, kind of walk up a little closer to Zephyros, and just like trying to get into good eye distance with the giant. And they will speak regarding the dragons here, and the giants. We are looking for allies whose goals may coincide with ours. And we seek the dragons or the giants to make allies with, and in this case, we come to you, O Zephyros, to see what we can create as an accord.
So, I'll be right back. Apparently, family member I haven't seen in like 10 years just showed up at the door, so I'm just gonna check that out.
All right.
I'll be back soon.
And Zephyros is going to dragons and giants, not generally sorts of friends. And Amaranth is going to... We do not serve just dragons. We are, of course, well acquainted with them, but in fact, we have goals that coincide with those of Yansibin, Prince of the Air. And we come to seek an accord. As a storm giant, we see that you may share similar goals as we do. Obviously, the giants and the dragons are long-time enemies, but of course there are many things afoot. And he'll kind of glance around a little bit, and seeing these portents changing amongst the world of giants, Yansibin requests your alliance as we move forward in time. And he's not a very good ambassador is kind of the thing with him. Like, he's really tried to like put on this proper air, and it's just not it's not quite coming off as he's doing this. What are you guys kind of thinking as you hear these guys wanting to create some kind of alliance here?
I go up to Amaranth and kind of under my breath to him, I go, I know Zephyros pretty well, and I can probably help you out with this, but I don't know if you remember this, but back in school you were supposed to give me that thing. You said you were going to give me a present, and you never did. And quite frankly, I was really hurt by it. And when I first saw you here, I thought you were coming to deliver it. Yeah, I can help you out if, you help me out.
Emerith is kind of sidetracked a little bit. Roll up a deception check. I'll give you advantage because of the charm person. With a 13, he's going to look confused. I don't remember. I'm sorry if I owe you something. I don't remember anything that I owe you. Quite frankly, I don't directly remember you, Coco. But
you might have, in grade school, I went by Jinkwell. You might remember that.
Roll another deception check. He's going to go, Jinkwell. I think I remember a Jinkwell. Well, it's good to see you again. Anyhow,
Am I dead yet?
Not yet. He's going to say, well, I've just got to deal with the giant here first, and then...
Yeah, I can help you out with that if you just, help me out.
He says, this giant, you know him? You can deal with him?
Yeah, I mean, we were here, we've been with him for a few days, and, we're pretty close.
Yeah, he's going to say, well, yeah, anything that you can do to convince him. And he'll kind of say, well, here's kind of what we're after. We serve Yansibin, who is of course the Prince of Air. They're not actually saying his full title. If you wanted to roll a religion check, you could to see if you know anything.
They serve who?
He keeps saying Yansibin. If anybody else wants to roll religion too, but Coco would definitely recognize this name for some reason. Yansibin is a...
Sounds like a Korean rapper.
Yeah, Coco's the only one. Nank would not recognize this. Yansibin is basically a prince. His full title is Prince of Evil Air. He's kind of a god of the elemental plane of air that has kind of made his presence here on the plane. There are people who worship him here, basically. and apparently this is a group that worships him. He's going to say, the cloud giants, obviously, they're connected to air, and, oh god, is very worried about the conflict that is brewing between all of the giants, and of course what is happening with the dragons down more among all of the small folk of the realm. He'd like to make an alliance with the cloud giants. We're making a survey of all the giants, trying to get as many signed on board. The more cloud giants that we can get, the stronger our alliance, and perhaps we can impact what's about to happen with everything.
Clarify what these guys doing. They're basically evangelists coming, just like knocking on your door with a petition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Petition to help fight, though, right?
Well, I mean, that's what he's saying. Help fight in this case probably means somehow in the process of fighting, like it may or may not help your ends. For them, it's going to help somehow make their evil god of the air stronger. Like that's specifically what they are trying to do. Whatever that... whether that impacts the rest of the world for good or ill is probably a little concern for them.
So, is he ignoring what I said to him about helping me out, pretty much?
No, he's explaining this to you to try to see how you can help him out, basically.
Okay, well, I mean, didn't I tell him that I...
Yeah. He's explaining, like, this is what we need. We're trying to get an alliance with Zephyros because of this. Help me out, friend.
Yeah, I can do that. Just, I want to help you out because we, knew each other in grade school, but, how can you help me out?
Obviously we can provide some form of payment if you can help us out. We had brought a gift for the giant to help seal the deal. Perhaps if you can achieve it without that, we could give you the gift as well instead.
I mean, I don't control the giant's thoughts. I'm not and he can make his own decision. I will do my best to convince him, but I would still need some form of good faith that I'm going to do it, do you this favor.
Yeah, he's going to, he's holding a bag. This bag kind of has it looks like it has kind of a smiling face kind of stitched onto it. He's going to take this bag. He's going to kind of turn it over and shake it a little bit, and nothing is going to fall out. And he's going to turn the bag upside right again and hand it to you. I can't say I have much treasure on board with me, but I do have this bag that I can give to you.
The smiling face, it's not like I can't notice like it's moving or anything, right? It doesn't seem to animate.
Yeah, it's not animating or anything. He's going to kind of lean in a little bit. This is a bag of holding. I'm sure you're aware of these. Perhaps you could make good use of this in your profession. It's worth quite a lot, actually.
That's very kind of you, Amaranth. Yeah, that'll do. I'll go talk to him, and again, I'll do my best to convince him. But again, he's a cloud giant, and I can't control him. So give me 1 sec, and I'll talk to him.
All right. So yeah, he'll kind of step back, motion to his friend, who's just looking kind of perplexed that this is even happening. But they'll kind of step back from the giant and give you a moment to chat with Zephyros.
And he gave me the bag of holding?
He did.
Okay. Hey, Zephyros. So I know Amaranth from when we were young. and I told him I'd talk to you about this, and he was a decent guy, but basically he wants you to. He works for Yansi Ben, the god of the elemental plane of air. He's a cultist, so it's not like he's going to be objective about anything. But he wants you to kind of be on their side, and from what I've talked to you about, you know, that doesn't seem to jive with what you've told me. But I just wanted to talk to you about it. I told him I'd just as a favor I'd talk to you about it. If you want my opinion, it just doesn't sound like what you were saying. They don't seem to coincide with each other. So
roll a. I'm trying to decide if this is persuasion or deception, because you have lies and you were trying to persuade all in the same breath. We're gonna go with deception just because of the lying aspect of parts of this. But I'll give you advantage on it just because of 19. Because you did not know him at school. You did not. You really have no clue about his character. Zephyros is going to. Oh yeah, well. One way or another, whatever you say, I don't really care about the way of all you small folk. And
okay, well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I would just, tell them that I told you about what they wanted, and then tell them you're not interested, and you're gonna remain neutral, and ask them kindly to leave, I guess, unless you want to have dinner with them, or I don't know.
Zephyros is going to kind of look around, kind of idly at everything, and almost like he didn't hear you, and then he's just going to kind of look back at you. What? Oh, well, do whatever you want to with them. I'm sure your friends and you can get along just fine.
Okay, so you want me to tell him what you said?
Zephyros is just going to kind of think for a second. Sure, whatever I said. I'm sure you remember that.
Did I cast like charm person on him accidentally?
Zephyros is the worst.
All right. So is he just standing there then?
Yeah, like he's gonna kind of like just start floating away a little bit, and Amarath is gonna kind of turn to you. Was that a yes or a no?
He's, I don't know if you've heard about him, but he's pretty not interested in things. His head is in the clouds, so to speak. Pardon the pun, but yeah, he's just not having it. I mean, I tried to repeatedly, try to persuade him, but he's not interested.
Amarath's friend is going to step forward and just kind of call up as Zephyros kind of starts ascending. O mighty Zephyros, we come bearing a gift to you. We wish to engage you in bringing the world back to its primordial state as it was at the dawn of history. Please descend down upon us one last time, allow us to present our gift, and please join our cause. And Amarath is going to... Zephyros is going to kind of get distracted by this and kind of descend back down one more time. And he's gonna kind of look over at Coco. You didn't mention they had gifts. It's always rude to not look at someone's gift that they're bringing you.
I mean, sure, but I told you what they wanted, and I don't know. Doesn't seem like you'd be interested.
Well, primordial is always interesting. He's gonna land. What is this gift that you've brought? And what sort of primordial state are we talking about here? And the cultist is going to kind of start babbling about like air and the gusts of wind across the world and Zephyros is kind of nodding along. He's gonna be like, but there was a gift that you mentioned, and Amarath is going to pull out a little pouch that he's got, and bowing his head, he'll kind of try to hand that to the giant. O mighty Zephyros, we bring to you a mighty gift. This is a pouch containing pixie dust. It is of great value and can be used in many ways. I'm sure a giant of your nature can use this to great advantage. Zephyros will look at it. He's going to look back over at Coco. So remind me, Coco, were you saying I shouldn't take this deal, or do you want me to take the pixie dust?
I mean, if you want the pixie dust, I just don't think what you told me you were interested, that you'd be interested in taking the world back to the primordial state.
Would I know what pixie dust is used for?
You could roll a probably an Arcana check, see if you know anything about it.
If it's arcane based, yes. If it's just if it's just slang, like medieval slang term for cocaine, I probably don't.
It is not medieval slang for cocaine.
22.
Yeah, somehow Nank knows all about pixie dust.
I did a lot of that when I was young.
Yeah. So pixie dust. First of all, you can use it as a substitute for material components of any enchantment spell of 3rd level or lower. So that's really handy for the magic users of the group, of whom we have so many. And
just remind me, I'm sorry, do clerics use the symbol or something, right? Do they use components?
Only sort of.
Only the ones that have a
cost
monetary value.
Yeah. The pixie dust also has additional potential effects if it gets sprinkled on a creature, including things like flying, perhaps, or other things. There are a number of effects depending on what you roll on a little table I've got here.
It's wild magic dust.
But none of them are particularly bad. Some of them are not great, but none of them are going to kill you or anything. Some of them are all really good. And Zephyros is going to kind of look back at the cultists and my little friend over there. He seems to not want me to do this. So, as much as I appreciate the offer of the gift, I will have to turn you down. I'll let you guys work this out. It's good seeing all of you, and he's going to ascend back up into the tower. Emirath's friend is going to kind of turn at Coco. What did you say to him?
Listen, just calm down. I told my friend Amaranth that he told me what you guys wanted. I told him I'd put in a good word, and he just was not. I didn't tell him not to do it. I just said, you told me what you were interested in, and I don't know how you feel about this, but what do you think?
Just confused Amaranth and Zephyros' name.
Roll me one more persuasion check here just to see how, because Amarath is on board, but you've got this other guy who is
he in charge of her, or is she in charge of him?
They're on fairly equal footing.
All right.
You wouldn't necessarily know. Your perceptions didn't exactly land on who is in charge early on. The second one is just going to kind of look at Amarath. This is clearly a waste of time. We need to leave. And Amarath is going to kind of... Coco, it was nice seeing you again, buddy. That's not Coco's voice, that's Zephyros' voice, but... and he'll turn around and kind of gesture at the other cultist, and they will turn around to leave.
Toodles.
And they'll head back out. And the one who is kind of with Emrath is going to shoot you kind of a dirty look, kind of maybe feeling like you messed things up for them, but not wanting to get into a battle or anything. They're going to head back out to their giant vultures and fly away, unless anybody else wants to do anything.
I'm good.
All right. Fair enough. In that case, the castle is going to you now have a bag of holding, so congratulations on that.
What? So, does Roll20 have a thing I can look up on what that is? Or?
Yeah, in the compendium, if you type in bag of holding, it should pull up in there, and you can just drag that to your character sheet. Basically, a bag of holding has
Mary Poppins bag.
Yeah, it has a lot more space inside of it. The bag weighs 15 pounds, but it can hold up to 500 pounds of stuff.
But the weight transfers. The weight still counts, right? Does the bag stay 15?
The bag always just stays 15 pounds. So it's it's a very handy sort of thing for you and your group to have at this point.
Basically, the thing every D&D party has in some form or another. Because you need to put all that loot.
So how do I drag it in? I just to the equipment section or something?
Yeah, just anywhere under your sheet. It should automatically add it to your equipment. So this is going to continue. The tower is going to continue flying. At any point, are you going to try to get Zephyros's attention again, or?
I am definitely.
All right. When is that going to be? Like, you're on your third day. This is after the giants. Like, how many days are you going to let pass before you're kind of like,
not
hey,
anymore.
Zephyros?
Once these guys are gone, because I was starting to think this is taking too long.
You
And
think we
actually
can
now I
tell
real.
where we are right now, because we know we're not going to Waterdeep.
Realized that the giant obviously forgot about us. So
Yeah. So as you kind of step out onto the cloud and try to look down, you're definitely very high up. You have ascended. You have ascended very high into the sky. And let's see where roughly you are at this point. That's the wrong map. Let's see. One of these should have some location names on it. What just happened?
we're all all over there.
Oh, I think there was a patch, and I think it may have changed the map for me. Oh, that's not good.
Usually they have the information on the GM layer.
Yeah. This one didn't, and I had to actually replace this map. And I think when it did the patch this week, it changed this map on me. Give me 1 second here to fix this for you, so I can tell you where we're headed. Because it should have had all of the cities and stuff on it for you. I think it should be in my art library though. So give me just 1 second. I'll get it fixed up. Come on. All right. That should just about work. I'll get it all lined up and stuff in a little bit, but that should give you a better idea of what we're looking at. All right. So you were down here by Nightstone. Let's see. Bring you back over here. So you were down by Nightstone, and you were flying up to Waterdeep, which, I mean, in this castle should probably have only taken, I mean, maybe a day or two at the most. You are now flying. You have, I mean, like probably a day. It's been 3 days. What is the airspeed on the tower? Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, you have kind of moved. You've kind of moved this direction, north of. I'm not sure you would know exactly where you are, but you're definitely kind of more into the middle of the continent a little bit more.
So how fast does this thing move, or?
Well, from, let's see. It moves roughly. It looks like it moves roughly 25. The distance between Nightstone and Goldenfield is 72 hours, according to what this says. So you're actually probably somewhere right about in here.
Wow.
Yeah. Giant
needs to get a faster cloud.
Well, it's still a lot faster than walking it. I mean, you're definitely moving, way faster than travel by foot.
So I'm not sure it's that much faster. I think the fast-paced walking speed in D&D, I think it's 24 miles a day, so it's literally going 1 mile a day faster.
Well, but I mean, you can kind of move as the crow flies with this.
Oh right, good point. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like to be like, put it in second gear.
So yeah, calling out to Zephyros, he'll kind of descend.
Figure out like Zephyros is literally like an old guy who's losing his mind, but he's actually driving his little castle around the sky at like minimum speed. If we look behind, there's probably a bunch of this guy castle just honking behind, just get off the road.
He's going to descend back down. He's going to descend back down. Oh, hey, how's everyone doing?
You forgot we were here.
He's going to look around. No, it's Mordecai and Nank and Coco, right?
You forgot where you're supposed to drop us.
Have you been using that pixie dust in a unusual way?
He's going to think. I don't think they left the pixie dust, did they?
Yeah. I thought you took it.
No, I think we turned them down. I think you told me to turn them down, that they wanted something that I wasn't supposed to do.
He's right.
Okay. I thought... Alright, cool.
Big guy, where are we?
Oh, I'm taking you where you need to go.
We're supposed to go to Waterdeep.
He's gonna think for just a minute. No, that can't be right. That's not. No, Waterdeep is the wrong place to go.
Then where are we going?
He's gonna kind of think for just a minute. I think we're headed up to Tribor, is what I'm remembering. That's what I saw, at least. That was one of the good ways this went. I was heading to Tribor.
You know anything about Tribor that we might want to know?
So Tribor is, it's to your north some more. Tribor is a town. Let's see, we'll ping it on the map here. Tribor is this town to the north. It is set on this kind of prominent area. There's a major trading road, kind of this red line that's leading from Waterdeep basically up here all the way up to Mirabar at the north near the spine of the world. This is a major trading road, and it's also connected by the Tribor Trail, which heads over to the east over to Yartar, and then connects easily up to Neverwinter over to the west. So this is a major kind of trading hub, very very mercantile based, kind of a gateway into a number of different areas. There is a group here called the let's see, what is their name? The Lion Shield Coster, which is a merchant company that is based out of Yartar, but they have a major hub here in Tribor, and they provide a lot of traveling caravan type of services and ship a lot of goods around the Sword Coast. So that is kind of Tribor's big thing. This is a big mercantile sort of place.
DM, can I, when we have a chance, can I talk to Tressim and try to talk to her about her name? Doesn't have to be now. It just doesn't at some point.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. So Zephyros is just going to kind of say, Tribor, I think you guys would be aware of what it is. He's gonna look confused for a minute, and he's going to say, I swear it was Tribor that I saw. There was that one time that I took you to Golden Fields as well, so remind me, which one of those places should I be taking you?
Waterdeep.
He's gonna shake his head. It's definitely not Waterdeep. If you go to Waterdeep, everything's going to go to hell.
Where is what was the second one again?
Golden Fields, which you've actually flown past Golden Fields at this point. Golden Fields is a town. Well, town is maybe the wrong term for it. It is a kind of a religious compound that is dedicated to Shantae, the goddess of agriculture, and it's a major agricultural sort of place. A lot of it's referred to as the Granary of the North.
Well,
and, yeah.
That doesn't sound interesting, guys. Tribor sounds bigger, and maybe sounds more our speed. What do you guys think?
Well, we already passed Golden Field, so we might as well keep going.
Sounds like we only have two options though, with Tribor or Golden Field. So I guess Tribor then.
I mean, you can try to convince him if you want to roll a persuasion to try to head to Waterdeep. That is certainly something you can absolutely do. He just seems to be confused. Or if not confused, maybe more like because he had told you that he kind of did all this divination kind of thing. Perhaps it's that he has seen some things.
So, Zephyros, you said, Tribor or Golden Fields. What did you see in your divinations? Why do we need to go there?
He's going to kind of think for a moment. These are going to be places where the giants come. One of these places, this is where it's going to begin for you.
Yeah. Did you see any of our deaths?
He's gonna think for a moment. I've seen all of you die dozens of times. Different worlds that I've been to, different planes, different realities. You've all died so many different ways.
That was my fault for asking that question. I shouldn't have gone so negative. Have you seen any of us get a bunch of money and cool stuff?
He's gonna nod. I've seen you all rich as kings, but those all started either at Tribor or Golden Fields. I think that's why we're headed to one of those.
All right, Nank and Mordecai, Tribor, or
Yeah, Tribor.
okay, yeah, sounds like we all want to go to Tribor then. Zephyros, we appreciate you taking us on the ride.
He's gonna kind of shrug. Well, we were already headed to Tribor. I don't know why you needed to see me. And he's just gonna kind of like float back up into his tower.
Good talk.
I miss Pixie Love.
So you're going to continue flying your way to Tribor. Jason,
Put the castle in second gear.
Jason, Tribor is probably where you are going to be. So if anything you need to know for your character, it's going to take you a few days to get this way. And as you fly, on the 10th day of your journey, you're going to 10 days in. Let's talk about this real quick. There is not much to do in this place. You're going to have been flying for 10 days. You basically have a little bit of cloud you can walk around on, and this boring sort of room.
I've just been talking to Tressum a lot, and at some point I ask her like what names I can call her, so I start, and she understands common, right? So, but she can't speak. But I forgot how I communicated with her before. She can like meow once for yes and twice for no or something.
Yeah, that was exactly what you did.
Okay.
So you start going through names and just like start listing every name you can think of, or like what, like how does this go?
Hold on, I'm looking for the names I had written down. One sec.
By the way, what Nank is doing out of boredom, the first point, he's gonna go like on a corner of the cloud and he's gonna try to do wild magic and see what happens to stave off boredom.
Okay.
Also gonna be breathing some fire occasionally. Like eating a chili and just going.
Roll me a couple of magic surges and let's just see what kind of like stuff happens over the course of.
Magic missile at 5th level. Something I don't know what happens if there's no target. Some birds passing just got nuked.
Yeah, like maybe you're doing this out on the cloud at that point, and then at some point you're just shouting as you speak.
Shit, I'm stuck.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I had a list somewhere. I just can't find it right now.
All right,
yeah,
well,
so I guess I'll just start saying names at her.
Yeah, if you have one you like, what I'll do is kind of let you pick something that you would like, and she'll agree to that one. I think ultimately, if you have.
Ooh, I had some good ones, but now I don't have what I wrote it down on. What about grandma?
Sure. Okay. We can do that. I feel like this might be like you've gone through a lot of names and like none of them have stuck, and like finally like what about grandma? And I think this Tress is just like so tired of like playing this game with you at this point that it just finally is like, yeah, sure, whatever. It like gives you like the one for yes. Mm-hmm. And so that's what happens.
And I say to her like, I feel like we've really bonded. You know, we're really getting close, Grandma.
And it's just going to wander off away from you. Like it's over it. Too much closeness.
I say under my breath, "Love you, Grandma."
All right. So you have your little pet Tressum, Grandma. It's lovely. So, on the 10th day of flying, would anybody be spending any amount of time out on the clouds or anything, just trying to get away from everybody else, or
Apparently
anything?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so Nank, definitely you are going to see, here on this 10th day, there is going to be, flying out of the clouds towards the tower, there's going to be a very large, very silver dragon, that begins flying towards this tower. As it gets closer, you are going to spot that hanging in its talons, there are a number of armored dwarves that are kind of clutched in its hands, basically.
Or gets a lot of action.
I shout to the others, like, guys, how will you react when I said that dragon about to airdrop dwarves on us?
Are they carrying beer?
They're carrying armor and weapons.
Hide? Or dwarves are usually good, right?
Well, I mean,
Yes, right.
My experience as a gnome would be mostly good with dwarves, generally, right?
I mean, it seems like it could be a possibility. I mean, you've always probably had reasonable accommodation with them in the past.
Can I speak Draconic to the dragon?
Sure, yeah. It's probably it's like probably a minute away. I mean, it's coming in fast, so you guys would have probably a minute to figure something out at this point.
I mean, Silver Dragon's supposed to be good. That's a wave.
They're a minute out. They're probably too far away for me to get like a good look at what they're wearing and what, to use maybe disguise self on myself.
Yeah, I mean, you would have enough time to cast that on yourself.
But in terms of getting a good look at, like, to disguise myself, and I'm not sure if disguise can make, like, my clothes appear just like theirs.
Let's see what the spell says. Disguise self. How much you would need to know. Basically, you can add a foot to or subtract it from your height. You can't change your body type. But yeah, you can change to look at them. So you could run out, try to do a perception check and see like how well you can tell what they look like.
Okay. Well, now I'm thinking Nank can speak Draconic, right? Maybe we should try to talk with the dragon.
Yeah.
See what's up.
Dragon's supposed to be good.
Yeah, right. So I think maybe that's the better. Nank, you try to talk to him, I guess.
I will do my best.
Okay. So this dragon is going to swoop in at this tower. And as it kind of swoops in, Nank, what do you yell at the dragon in Draconic?
Hello.
Roll me a persuasion check to see like how well you kind of attract its attention, or like how focused it is on its mission at hand here.
Ties of chaos.
22. All right. So it's going to actually kind of change its swoop a little bit and kind of come in closer towards Nank. as it does so, it's not going to stop its dive bomb. It's going to kind of come in and the dwarves are going to drop off and land on the cloud here near the entrance. But the dragon is going to kind of circle over around by Nank and turn and look at him. What do you want, kobold?
We were just wondering, what's going on? Like, can we just have a friendly chat about what's going on? I mean, you've just airdropped some dwarves. We come in peace. All that in Draconic.
Yeah. The dragon, as you begin talking with the dragon, the dwarves are going to kind of quaff some kind of liquid. Can
I see them? Like, can I talk to them if they're
yeah, and
where am I? And are they inside yet?
They're not inside yet, but they're going to head inside.
Are they going like commando? They just go.
Yeah, basically, like that's basically what they're doing.
Heavy crossbows.
Hey guys.
They're going to. They're just going to kind of look over at Coco, kind of as he addresses him, and one of the dwarfs is going to just say, "We're not here for you."
If you're here for Zephyros, he's pretty harmless. You guys seem pretty well armed to be that aggressive.
They're gonna say, "It's a giant. We're after the giants, and whatever you say, whether he's harmless or not, he's a giant at this point. And these castles, we have to destroy them and disable them."
You don't mind me asking, what organization are you from?
They're going to. They're actually going to have insignia on their armor, and you can see that they are well armed. These dwarves, by the way, they are. They're wearing. They're wearing splint armor, so it's pretty heavy duty. They're armed with like battle axes and hand axes and crossbows and that sort of thing. And the armor, the symbol on it is for the Lord's Alliance, which is one of the basically it's an organization from Neverwinter and. Let's see, what is it? Neverwinter and is it not Waterdeep? Baldur's Gate, where kind of a loose collection of lords who have kind of committed to protecting the realm a little bit. They try to keep order within the cities. They between the lords they create a group of soldiers and an army and protectors and that kind of thing, send out to keep peace in the smaller villages and wherever they can, kind of a militia sort of thing. And I think this dwarf would just kind of say, "Well, Lord's Alliance, we've come to stop the giants. Out of our way."
Okay, go ahead.
Can you get back outside to the dragon?
Yeah, let's jump back out to the dragon. There is Nank with the dragon.
You know, if we don't want anything about it, if they're here, I don't know, kill the dragon as your dragon nest might be one to do. We're always cool with that, but if it could just be dropped to the ground, by dropped to the ground, I don't mean dropped, I mean brought to the ground without falling. We're just passengers here. That be swell. Dragonness.
The dragon is going to. The dragon is going to, just kind of. "Little kobold, we are not here for you, and we will make sure that you are protected in whatever happens, as long as you pose us no harm or threat."
That's fine with me.
Yeah. About this time. Yeah, about this time, from the top of the tower, some griffins are going to launch out. and are going to begin kind of swooping down towards this dragon. The dragon is going to apparently they are they're Zephyrus's griffins. The dragon is going to kind of look back at Nank. I must deal with these.
Do you require help? Your metallic mightiness.
I think the dragon is just going to kind of grin a little bit. No, I'm sure I can deal with these. Just kind of take off.
Of course you can. Of course you can. You just it's like deep in sexual kobold. That's that dragon. You bow. You grovel. Don't argue.
So the dwarfs who have come in, they've all drunk a potion of gaseous form, which basically lets them start flying. They're going to begin flying up into the upper areas of this tower. And you guys are just basically, you're fine with this happening, is what I'm gathering.
What did you say? You like went robot so I could hear.
The dwarves begin kind of flying up into the second floor of this place. Like at this point, you're okay with kind of whatever they're doing. You're not trying to stop them, or what is the plan here for the
Mordecai
group?
doesn't like giants, so he's just gonna let them.
I mean, I don't really want to take on heavily armed dwarves and a silver dragon.
I mean, that's fair. That is totally fair.
And when I tried to talk to him, he didn't seem like he was open to persuasion.
Not lost.
And now he's a fart floating around.
Okay, so they're going to kind of ascend up. You're going to hear kind of some shouting from above, and you're going to hear Zephyros just kind of shout something loudly. And
Do we know what he shouts loudly?
it is in. It sounds like some kind of spell that he shouts, and a couple of minutes later, the.
Realizing the final scene of Scarface.
Yeah, the dwarves are going to just kind of float back down. They're going to kind of look around at the group, and they're going to say, right, sorry for any trouble that we caused. They're just going to, like, start walking out the door, kind of floating out the door.
Thanks for coming.
Nice day.
As the dragon just rose on and destroyed the griffins at this point, I was just there watching, going, wow.
Yeah, so the thing with the griffins is, like, I don't think this dragon really wants to destroy them. Like, there's nothing particularly inherently evil or anything about the griffins. So I think it's just more kind of trying to keep them busy, and the griffins are trying to keep it busy. And then you're going to hear kind of a call from the top of the tower, and the griffins are going to kind of fly back up in. And the dwarves are going to signal to the dragon, who's going to disengage and fly back over to them. And you're going to hear one of the dwarves just say, everything's all right. We've taken care of it. Let's go. And the dragon will kind of grab them in its talons and fly off.
Are they, like, considerably less aggressive when they come down?
Way less aggressive.
So can I do, like, a perception check to see if they were charmed or something? I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could definitely roll some kind of perception. Get the bad rolls out of the way here while you're not in combat.
I've had like 4 under 6.
Yeah, you can't tell anything. The dragon is going to fly off with these. Nank, would you be calling anything out kind of after them, or?
But, is the giant dead, or do we have a way down? The falling, your mighty silvering dragoness.
Yeah, the silver dragon is just going to call back. Good luck, little kobold. as it kind of flies away.
That does not help. Asshole!
And inside the tower, Zephyros is going to kind of float back down to the ground, kind of looking looking at everyone. He's gonna look around. Oh well, those were chummy fellows, weren't they? Good to see them and have visitors. It's always good to have visitors here in the tower.
How many more visitors are we gonna have here, Zephyros?
He's gonna kind of think for a minute. I don't think very many. I think we're actually close to where we're headed. And actually, you can tell that the tower itself has begun to descend, and you are going to see on the clouds below as they part. There is a city below you, and steps are going to descend from the cloud down into the city below. And he's going to say, "Right, I think it was Tribor, wasn't it? I think we're here."
Okay, goodbye.
Well, it's been a interesting few days. I guess see you later.
He's going to kind of nod a little bit. Well, good luck, and take out the giants that need to be, and I hope this is one of those realities where you all get to live. You certainly are nice, small folk.
Oh, thank you, Zephyros. You know, us gnomes are known for taking out all the giants, and giants in general.
And he'll kind of just wave as you head down the stairs. Something about like good luck storming the castle or something like that. And I think, you know what, this is probably a good time for us to take our first break here. As you arrive in the town of Tribor. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, everyone. Thanks for watching. As always, be sure to hit that follow button. That helps us out a lot. And we will see you in roughly 5 minutes or so. Hi everyone, we are back from our short break. So everyone has been able to level up to level 4 because of their non-violent solutions to dealing with Zephyros and his flying tower and all of the creatures that accosted them therein.
Realistically, if we would have fought those dwarves, there would have been a TPK with the 3 of us.
Possibly.
Also, dragon. Just throwing that out there. Adult dragon, level 3, not happening.
I mean,
Yeah, that would've been
Zephyros probably would have waded into the fray as well.
Still,
that would have
breath
happened.
weapon.
But you have arrived at Tribor, the lovely city of Tribor, with your newly level 4 characters. So Tribor, I'm gonna just kind of show you down here. Tribor is an area that meets at the crossroads here. All around the area, there are ranches kind of spread out around. You are going to the castle is going to kind of drop you with its the steps are kind of going to descend here at the southern end of the town, where the long road heads out. Yeah, welcome to Tribor. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to point out that Mordecai is tiny.
Mordecai is tiny. We'll fix that. There we go. That should work better.
I would like to try and sell some of the stuff that we that I got that I collected from Nightstone.
Okay. Well, there is definitely commerce in this town. It is being on the tradeway. There's quite a lot of commerce. Let's talk a little bit about what you can find here. There are a lot of cottages and farms. That's the big thing. You see a lot of that kind of thing. Here in the center of the town, there is a market square with a tower. It's kind of the center of Tribor. It's where the long road meets the Evermore Way. And this is kind of a large market area where local farmers and visiting peddlers are kind of set up, plying their trade. So a lot of very standard stuff would be available here. In the middle of the town square is the Tower of the Lord Protector, which is a simple stone keep that is. It's kind of at a little angle, like it has kind of shifted a little bit. Think like the Tower of Pisa a little bit. It's kind of tilted a little bit in the eastern direction here. There is a banner that is flying from it, depicts 3 black boars running towards the head of the banner on a blood-red field. This would be the where the militia serves from, that is here, that sort of thing. To the north of the town, there is a caravan campground. It's just off of the center square here. There's a caravan campground. This is where any traveling groups would come through and water their horses, be able to pitch tents and camp and rest and that kind of thing. West of that, there's another area. There are, like I said, several ranches that are here, and let's see. There is a sawmill to the south, which is here. It's a wagon and sawmill company. To the eastern portion, this large building, this is called the Lion's Share. This is where the Lion Shield Coster, the merchant company, is based out of. This building would have kind of above the entrance, there's a polished shield that is emblazoned with the head of a golden lion on a blue background. This is where you would go for anything more adventuring gear related. That's not just kind of common town sort of gear. But they'll... So that is probably
So
where
that-
you're headed.
Yeah, because I want to buy some bullets and medium armor and sell some stuff.
Yeah,
Wh-
they'll.
While he does that, I want to go to. I want to go to the inn with someone that can vouch for me, so they don't just kill me on sight.
Okay.
And I want to challenge every alcoholic to a drinking contest.
Okay.
Because by my count, I'm still immune to the effects of alcohol for about a week.
Are you immune to poisoning?
No,
So you can still get alcohol poisoning.
I don't think so. It's just immune. I don't know.
That's a good question. Well, we'll just have to see how that goes.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already drank all the alcohol in the inn back in 9 Stone and I bought them on the first day. So I think I'm good.
So the inn is here, kind of to the northeast of town. Well, kind of the east of town, I guess. It's called the North Shield House. It's a very fine sort of local inn, and very very well appointed, very very clean, comfortable. They obviously take very good pride in their work. So Coco, anyone who wants to go to the Lion Shield Coster. Let's deal with that first, then we'll jump over to anyone who wants to go to the inn. Mordecai, is there anything you would like to accomplish?
I might buy a shield, so I'd like to go to the Lion Shield Coster.
Okay. So at the Lion Shield Coster, they're going to have most anything at the Lion Shield. They're going to have most anything on the shopping tables in the player's guide. So those prices, anything they've got there, you can go ahead and purchase anything you would like to.
What about selling?
They're going to, if you want to sell some stuff, we can figure that out. They're not going to pay full price for things. They'll haggle with you a little bit. Basically, you can assume about a 25% cut off of any of the prices, just for the simplicity of things. I'll just let you figure that out.
Even with my great persuasion and deception?
I will let you roll a persuasion check to see. I mean, if you want to play it out, we can, or we can just, if you want to roll a persuasion to see if
we can do one persuasion check and just blanket it for time.
And I'll see if that lowers the cut any for you. All right, yeah. With a 16, I think you're down to about a 10% sort of discount on it. So there you go.
So for like Lady Nandar's ring, is that I couldn't find that in the player's handbook, right?
Right. Yeah. Anything that's kind of special, I'll need to come up with a price for you on that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd definitely sell that.
All right. Let me see. So this ring is worth quite a lot. I think so. There's a couple of proprietors here. They're fairly young. There is let's see. There's a woman named Alestra and another guy named Narth. Narth is going to be probably who you're dealing with here. He is going to sell you gear, kind of taking care of you, and he will when you show him this ring, he's going to kind of appraise it, and just kind of looking at this. This is a very rare item, very expensive item. It's well without our normal range of what we would purchase. But I'm sure we can find someone to sell this to. And he's going to kind of appraise this ring a little bit. And I think he's going to give you an initial offer on it of 600 gold pieces.
And you said I can't because we did the persuasion thing. That's going to be the price, right?
Yeah, no. This one I'll let you roll an extra persuasion on. We'll play this one out because this one's a little more special.
Okay.
So he's already, because of your initial persuasion, he's already starting a little high. he's going to, as you kind of start going at it with him, he's going to, I'm sorry, I'm already offering you the highest price that I can on this. I have to, with something this rare, I have to leave enough margin in to be able to turn around and sell it myself. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just to the DM, the gold symbol of Asmodeus and the gemstones, are those normal things that I can sell, or that we have to?
Let's see. The symbol of Asmodeus. Let me see. Where is... I'm trying to find the... Where was this house? I know it's in here. Oh, that's because I'm looking in the wrong one. Ha! Asmodeus. There we go. Alright, so this... I think for the symbol of Asmodeus, you would get 75 gold for that. That's actually full price. I'll just give you that. And then what was the other item?
The 2 gemstones.
The gemstones, they would offer you 80 gold pieces each.
And the, again, what was the Lady Nandar's ring? 600 something?
600, yep.
Does he have what's a medium armor, I guess, without a dex or stealth disadvantage? That'd be the breastplate.
Yeah, let's see. Your armors, they're going to start having disadvantage on dexterity. Why is that not pulling up? I'll just pull it up in the book since that is taking so long. Yeah, they're going to start having
half-plated.
Yeah,
Best one, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, the breastplate is your best bet without disadvantage.
Okay, and he has
Yep. That's at 400 gold.
Okay, and purchase, I won't be able to knock him down.
I'll give you the 10% discount on purchasing as well.
So what is that? 40 gold I get off.
Yep.
360 gold. Okay.
Okay, I think that's good.
All right. Mordecai, was there anything that you wanted to purchase here that you were after?
I don't have any gold.
Ah.
I can loan you some.
I say Coco has quite a bit of gold. I don't know if he would help the party
Yeah,
out or
well,
not, but
Here,
I was
I'll trade you
is there,
this dead snake, dead snake that I found.
Hold on. DM, I was gonna send money. I don't know if there's Western Union. I was gonna send money to an orphanage in Waterdeep.
they could definitely arrange that. Yeah, absolutely. How much are you sending to Waterdeep?
I need to quickly do the math on this these transactions real quick.
Okay.
Before I can.
Greeter Mordecai, how much gold do you need?
Well, I need studded leather and then possibly a shield. Studded leather is 45 gold pieces.
That's out of my. Well, actually, I do have a thing for yourself. How much of this? And they put like the holy symbol. In the shape of a unicorn head that I found in the church.
Mm-hmm. That would be worth about 25 gold.
Sure. So, how much did you say you needed?
45.
45. I'm a bit short.
I
can, Yeah, so you have 10 gold, and it's 45, so I can cover the 35, and I'm going to send 200 gold to the orphanage.
Okay. Mark that off, and just if you make a note of that, like, let's see, I'll make a note of it that you did it on your character sheet.
So, I didn't. What did?
I mean, you can chip in too, and then it's up to you.
All right.
If I don't need money or anything yet.
If you'd like, you can buy me a shield.
How much is a shield?
10.
Cool. There.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
All right. Shopping out of the way. I mean, if there's anything else, feel free to let me know, and we can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just adventuring gear, so I can do that
Yeah.
later.
do they sell healing potions?
Yeah, they would have those. They're the standard. They don't have a large stock of them. They probably have like 3 of them in stock.
How much is one?
I want to say standard is what, 70? Am I remembering that correct? Sorry, I closed the shopping page.
I usually say 50. But,
It might be 50. I would have to look it up. That's
like the book just has it's between 50 and 100, I think.
all right. We'll call it 50. That's fine.
I get. How much would they pay me for for a fully complete explorers?
Fully complete explorers. Again, it's whatever it is in the book. There is a price in the book on it. Let's see.
I don't have
set the book. There it is.
and
Let's see.
it doesn't say in the SRD.
All right, an explorer's pack is. Let's see. An explorer's pack is listed somewhere in here. That's the tools.
They're like in a
There it
green
is.
box.
There it is. Yeah.
corner.
10 gold for an explorer's pack.
I'll definitely sell it because I don't. So, right. That basically that's you. And how much would a dagger cost?
A dagger is. Keep closing the book, and that seems like a terrible idea. A dagger is 2 gold.
I'll sell one anyway because I don't need 2. I'm still 8 gold short by a potion.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm 6 gold because I have some silver.
I can cover the 6 gold. How much were the potions again? I was doing math again. I'm sorry.
They're 50.
All and there's 3 of them.
Yes.
I'll cover what he needs for his potion, and then I'll take one.
Okay.
So, yeah, you need to just give me 6 gold. I used.
Okay, I gave it to him.
I used 42 GP and 20 silver P.
Okay. So,
And then, sorry, when I buy bullets, do they come in packs of how much?
bullets come in a pack of. I'm gonna say 20.
Okay.
It
yeah.
uses
it didn't
the
say
same
on
thing
D&D
as.
Beyond.
Yeah, it still it says it's the same thing as like getting bullets for a sling, basically. So yeah, 20.
Oh,
Yeah, 4
do
copper.
you want 20? If there's
You
sling
have
bullets,
bullets?
I have 20 sling bullets.
Oh,
Well-
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
yeah.
They're the same ones.
I mean, it's not technically the same bullet, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so no.
Yeah. I mean, they cost next to nothing here in town. They're 4 copper, so. All right. So you guys get your shopping done, and the Narth here is happy to do business with you at the Lion Shield Coster. Making your way out of the Lion Shield, you would head over to the inn, which again it's called the North Shield House. The proprietor,
alcohol.
Yeah, the proprietor of the North Shield House is a woman called Urgula Meltimer. Let's see.
Lovely name.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull up a picture of her for you. I might have a handout.
Looks very jolting.
Let's see. But I do not. So, let me do one thing here. That didn't work. All right. Well, anyhow, she's an older woman. She's a retired adventurer, and she owns the inn here. And she's kind of no nonsense, very, but happy to run a happy establishment here. Entering this building, she'll kind of greet you from across the room. She's running the bar here. And she'll kind of yell across the room, grab a seat wherever you'd like, and I'll be right with you. In this inn. Yeah, let's talk to Jason here for a second. This seems like a good place to introduce your new character.
Good.
So entering the inn, what do they see? Where is Fritz right now?
Fritz is having a chat with the barkeep or one of the runs the establishment.
Mm-hmm. She would be chatting with you. What would you be talking about?
I guess based on my backstory, like I mentioned before, Fritz is somebody who's generally kind of going out of his way to help other people. He's a bit of a, so he's probably chatting with her about just to be taken care of in the area or for her lines.
Yeah. Right now, things are pretty peaceful here in Tribor. The type of stuff that she'll be able to tell you about, she doesn't have any specific tasks that need doing right now. If you're looking for kind of honest work or anything like that, you can go talk to some of the caravans. They're always looking for guards or that sort of thing. There's the Lion Shield Coster is always sending shipments, so they might have some things. So she's kind of more of a font of information about the town versus a source of a quest itself.
Yeah, no, and I would say we're acquaintances. Like,
yeah,
I'd be in town for a little while, just maybe settle down for a bit, so more just kind of chatting than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And she there's three large mastiffs here in the common room as well, that are her pets that she keeps here. And like if you know her, like I think they like maybe one of them would have kind of like wandered over and kind of like maybe has like its head on your knee or something like that, kind of over here by the bar. So walking in, you'll see Urgula talking with Fritz at the bar. Nank, are Coco, Mordecai, are you guys with Nank at this point? Because you kind of went shopping first and then headed to the inn. Now that you have supplies, or kind of what is...
I thought Nank came over here to buy potions.
No. I decided I'm with you to get the get stuff, and then basically I just got the stuff and then we run out.
Yeah, I went with Nank, sure.
And I want to. I mean, aside from Fritz, who was basically a big guy in big armor, is there anybody else that stands out? Like, maybe somebody looks like a profound alcoholic. Maybe that also looks like possibly a compulsive gambler.
So the rest of the town, people who are here, are just kind of standard townsfolk. You'll also see a few like caravan guards. Those are probably going to be drinking a little more heavily because they're off duty right now. There's probably some cards going on, that kind of thing with some of the guards. Definitely kind of in a corner of the room.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna make a check for my own sake. Right. I'm gonna go to the fancy guy in big armor.
I think also...
climb on a stool next to him.
As an aside to the DM, and I see Droust. We'll, of course, have a history and be familiar with each other, so at some point when I notice him, we'll probably... like a bit of a reunion.
Yeah, okay.
You. Hey, you.
Yeah.
What can I help you with?
Wanna have a drinking contest?
You know, I think I'm gonna pass.
Come on. You can.
Like eyebrow with come on, don't have eyebrow like ridges wiggle.
I'm not much of a drinker, to be honest, but you help yourself. There's lots of great drinks here.
Come on.
You know of anyone who he can challenge to a drinking contest around
I know
here?
the perfect way to do this. I climb on top of the bar.
You know, I think
I have a challenge.
have a drinking contest with.
I'll bet you all anything you want. I can drink all of you all under the table.
Bear in mind, I'm a 2 foot little kobold.
So you kind of do this challenge. As you do, I think Drost is going to come in the door, and he's going to see Fritz. While you're doing this challenge, like, I think most of the people in the inn are going to kind of look up, see a kobold. Like, that's going to be more the thing of interest than the drinking thing that you're kind of coming up with here.
Boss.
I think a couple of the guards from the caravan would kind of step up and like walk over, and they're gonna kind of have a menacing look as they kind of walk over. They're just gonna be kind of like, right, what's a kobold doing in a place like this?
Traveling with a bunch of traveling with like a bunch of normal people, like a drow. Wait, bad example. Like a halfling that totally doesn't look like a criminal, and a weird hunter guy. We're totally not shady, but right. Completely inoffensive, but I will bet you that I can drink you on the table.
They're gonna, yeah, I think they'll, seeing that you've got a crew with you, they will,
So I was terribly afraid that when we came in, it was be me and Droust, and it'd be a kobold and a drow, two not very well like type of people that drinking in a bar.
Yeah, roll a persuasion check for me. Let's just see how this goes for you.
Yeah, today. It is the same day that we had the chat with the giants.
Yes.
Come on. 20.
All right. I think these guys are going to kind of like as you speak well, and you're not a typical kobold. They're going to kind of relax a little bit and seeing the group. They're going to be like, all right, drinking contest, and they're gonna turn to Urgula. Set them up. Let's do this.
How much you willing to bet?
And they're gonna slap 5 gold onto the table.
Sure. Coco, give me 5 gold. I got this.
And the drinking begins. Since you are under your effect, like nothing happens, and these guys are pretty quickly beaten. As this is going on, you collect their 5 gold. As this is going on, Droust walks in.
Was it 5 gold each or?
Yeah, 5 gold each. So you get 10 gold out of it.
Yeah, and I give Coco his 5 back.
Yeah. Droust is going to have come in, and he will see Fritz. And recognizing Fritz, he'll walk over as well. While kind of there's this spectacle of a kobold on the table. And
going for the next challenges.
And he'll kind of greet Fritz.
Right. Yeah, so I'll be surprised. I believe I'm running into you here. This is incredible.
Yeah, you cut out there at the end, sorry. Droust is going to... I'm trying to remember the Droust voice. It's slightly Irish and slightly growly.
No, he sounded Russian.
Russian?
Okay. He was doing Russian.
Right.
Russian Geralt.
All right.
Kinda, yeah.
Right. Let's see what I can do here. He'll kind of... it's good to see you too.
What have you been up to? What brings you to town?
I am here with my friends. We met. They rescued me in a town south of here. This is terrible Russian, but...
Sounds like quite the adventure then.
It is. We are traveling with giants, and they brought us here in a flying castle. And now we have come to the town. Apparently, Tribor is going to be in need of saving.
Well, Droust, human people, so I've been hanging out in town here for a while, just taking it easy and doing what I can to help the people in the area, but I feel like getting a little bit of the adventure and itch back, and maybe a great opportunity to reconnect and join up with you guys, and maybe you've got some room on your team for a do-gooder paladin like me to help you out a bit.
Yeah, he'll look around the group, and look around and introduce you to everyone. This is Mordecai, this is Fritz, this is Coco, Nank. You already met Nank.
Pleasure to meet all of you guys.
You as well.
And he'll just kind of I've known how do you know Droust? What is kind of your story with that?
Well, I'm not 100% sure how we know each other. But for quite a long time, I'd say that we know each other quite well.
Okay.
Friends. Story yet for where maybe I'd want to chat with.
Yeah. You and K9 probably need to talk about that. That's fine. So just kind of, I think Droust would maybe explain briefly that you've known each other for a little bit of time, and he'll kind of look at the rest of the party. What do you think? Could we use a paladin?
Yeah, as long as he's not gonna try to recruit me or turn me into a zealot.
Really not. To each their own.
Cool. Then I'm great with it. Could use someone with a strong swing of a sword or hammer. What is he swinging? A sword?
I'm swinging a warhammer
Sweet.
and a hand axe.
Awesome. Yes. You can crush things. We need that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going a bit stir crazy in town here. Definitely ready to do a bit of adventuring. So,
Nank, you continue the drinking. I think Urgla is going to kind of finally, like, maybe kind of cut you off, because I mean, she'll bring you as much as you want, really, but like, however, it's going to start costing something, so she's going to start.
Do I not find more challenges?
I think seeing these first couple go down, and you're just
I would also pretend to be very drunk.
Roll a performance check.
Performance, not deception.
Nope. Yeah, okay, so you're I think you would get a couple more challengers. They're not going to have as much money. These are just like townsfolk who are kind of laughing at the guards and would kind of step over. Let's see how much they're going to bet each. So they'll put 2 gold down each, and again, like, these go down even faster. That's another 4 gold that you have just made.
Next.
So
I'm recuperating my loss.
I'm not able to finish my drink, and I slide it over to Nank.
What is Mordecai doing in a place like this? Is Mordecai like taking part? Like, how comfortable is Mordecai in an inn?
Not very comfortable. I think he prefers the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, there's too many people here.
Yeah. So in town, what else would you guys like to accomplish here in town? Is there any other kind of stuff that you are specifically looking for before we kind of move on into any other story beats, or?
Is there? I'm curious if there's any like special items I can look at around. And I'm saying this to the DM that I can maybe purchase and or steal, but steal.
I mean, that would kind of require, I think, investigating the town a little bit more and trying to find, if there's any things of value, maybe getting to know some people, that kind of stuff. Yes, there is probably stuff here in the town that would be worth cash. It's just a matter of, how much are you, like, how much do you want to case the place, and how much are you, what are you wanting to try to steal, I guess? Is there?
Well, I'm just anything, any weapons or special magical, anything, amulet, ring, anything like that. Any of the merchants are selling or anything like that I might be interested in.
Let's see. Let me look and just see if there's anything that I can kind of point you towards. I think, I mean, just not just offhand. I mean, there probably, I'm going to say there's stuff in the town. It's just a matter of like trying to seek it out if that's a thing that you want to do. But I mean, I feel like it probably needs to happen a little more as part of the story and finding quests and that kind of thing versus.
That's fine.
Mostly what you're seeing is pretty common town dwellings, that sort of thing. I can talk a little bit more about what else is in the town if that would help a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you kind of spend a little time exploring here.
Maybe being familiar with the town, maybe Fritz has some insight into.
Okay, yeah.
Or where there's some opportunities to start.
So let's see. some stuff that you would know about, Fritz. There are a couple of other inns here in town. There is one called the Talking Troll, which is pretty much it's like the Dive, right? Like if everything else here is, if the one that you're in right now is kind of nice and good, there's a place called the Talking Troll that is a pretty serious dive.
More challenge.
Yeah, so that would be a place that perhaps could be visited. There is, there's obviously, there's an old inn, off to, or not an inn, but kind of a rooming house off to the edge of town. If you're looking to stay here for a longer period of time, this place is called the Six Windows. It's a little old and creaking at the seams, but you could definitely find a reasonable room at the Six Windows if you wanted to stay here for a while. There is, to the north side of town, everyone would be aware of this, there is a pretty magnificent mansion that has been built. The estate here is called Boar's Rest Estate, and there's a retired adventurer there who moved in, and this is his kind of his place at the edge of town. So that might be, if you're thinking about places that might have stuff to steal, and if you wanted to break in somewhere, that could be the sort of place that might have some things. There is another inn. This place is pretty lousy with inns, actually. Another one, let's see, where is this one? Actually, on the southern end of town here. This is called the Tribor Arms. This place is just kind of a reasonably cordial sort of tavern as well. Let's see, there is a smithy here as well, so it's not going to give you any extra special sorts of things for your armor or weapons unless you request something custom built, but you could potentially visit a smith. There is also a smith and a forge, I should say. Both of those are here. Let's see. There are horses and ponies for sale as well. So if you're looking for any kind of pack animals or anything of that nature, certainly something you could look into here. And then there is there's another boarding house. This place is kind of the high-end sort of place in town. It's called the Ever Wyvern House. It is here at the southern end, kind of set into a beautiful state. And it tends to cater to nobility and that sort of thing. And is very, private gardens, private stable, that sort of thing. So if you're looking for a better place to stay, that would be a good place to be. And there's a restaurant in the front yard of this place called the Pleasing Platter that has excellent food. The city graveyard lies on the outskirts of town. There is an apothecary who sells basic supplies, basic potions and that kind of thing, herbs and salves and whatnot. He does have a special item called Sweetwater, which is basically it's kind of a naturally carbonated sort of beverage. Think Perrier water kind of thing. Doesn't particularly do anything extra for you, but the bubbles tickle your nose a little bit. It's delightful. Let's see. Also, you have to the west of town, there is a forest called Gweiron's Slumber. There is the god of tracking is Gweiron Windstrom. Is his name, and it's kind of rumored that occasionally he can be found in this forest. So sometimes you get either pilgrims coming here to either see Gweiron or Myliki. They claim to see them walking among the trees over here. Pretty much the people of Tribor avoid the forest in that direction because like doing anything to it because of the presence of the gods. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. Let's see, and then of course there was the keep at the center of the place. So I don't know if any of that sparks any interest, anything that you would like to explore. Those are some options.
Mordecai's a ranger. You're a ranger,
Yeah,
right?
I want to go. I'm actually a worshiper of Goyron.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Fritz, you would definitely know most of this stuff. You've spent enough time here that you could kind of give them the lay of the land.
Yeah, and my my background or my oath, I guess, my sacred oath is Oath of the Ancients. My background is a forester, so I have some ties to the forest and the woods as well. So if at some point, Mordecai, you want to check out the forest, I would be happy to accompany you on that.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Everyone else can.
The local rumor about that is anybody who sleeps in the woods is going to receive a prophetic dream. Like that's kind of the local legend. And there's kind of, often teenagers will run out into the woods, that kind of thing, to try to get their prophecy from Greyron and stuff. And they all claim to have gotten something.
Can I go with you guys to the forest, or is that like a...
It's cool kids only, sorry.
Cool. I did buy you some armor, but it's okay.
Yeah, you can obviously come with us. I don't think we're gonna try and stop you.
Okay. I didn't know Mordecai had a dry sense of humor.
So is that where you guys want to start with? Is that? I mean, that probably catches Mordecai's attention pretty quickly.
I'll keep drinking and it's over.
Do you, Nick? Do you head to the kind of the more divey bar? Does that sound like more like when you kind of realize there's more?
Can I just keep Droust in tow in case somebody has funny ideas about the lone kobold in it?
Yeah, we can do that. I think that's fine. All right.
I just realized being a lone kobold going from tavern to tavern is like being a 19-year-old girl going from bar to bar. You really need someone with you.
Yeah, you've got a wingman with you. All right, so we're kind of splitting the party up just a little bit. Nank, you and Droust are headed up to the, what was it called again? I believe it was called the Talking Troll. While the rest of the party kind of heads out towards the woods to see what's up over there. We'll move you guys around just a little bit so that we've got that taken care of. Let's start with Nink real quick, just to. Talking Troll is not definitely not a high class sort of place, right? This place is there's mismatched furniture and everything's kind of battered and smelly, and there's kind of like low beams throughout the whole place. Not that that matters to Nank, but if anything, it feels more homey, probably. There's it looks almost like as you kind of walk up to it, like part of the roof may have caught fire at one point and has just never been really repaired well. There's bird nests and that kind of things up there, and even like some of the tables and stuff in here have like bird droppings from above because of the the open nature of it. However, the one thing this place does have is it has a very well-stocked cellar of beers, ales, wines, and other delicious concoctions.
Perfect.
And
challenge every alcoholic in there is content.
The owner, the proprietor, is a gentleman named Kalen Sarsier. He's going to welcome you in just coming through the door. Like he'll just kind of welcome, a kobold and a drow. Welcome to my establishment. It feels like the beginning of a joke. It's wonderful to have you here.
Fun. I want to go to him and I go, how would you like to make some extra money?
he'll kind of lean in. I love making extra money.
Perfect. Help me organize a drinking contest, everyone versus me, and I'll give you 10% of the winning.
Yeah, he'll.
No way, I literally cannot lose.
He's going to think for a minute and like just pour like a big jug, and he's going to like, first prove it to me. See how well you can do with this. And he's just going to kind of like stare at you for a minute. Done. Like he'll arrange this drinking competition.
Did he pour me like the strongest like moonshine he had in the shop?
Yeah, like pretty much this thing should have like knocked anyone out. Like
something that somebody served in a tiny shot glass, like tricky mug.
Yeah, like this was like pure alcohol, basically. Like you have, if you were going to have alcohol poisoning, this would do it. You very clearly convinced him. So yeah, he'll get this set up for you. So while this is going on here, we're going to jump over to the forest. So in the forest to the west of town, in Guayron's Slumber, it pretty clearly, like once you kind of walk through the fields to get over here, the forest is going to close in pretty quickly on you, and you're going to be pretty quickly surrounded again by trees, and kind of the darkness of the forest will settle in, kind of that peaceful forest quietness.
One of the things that I'll want to do, I guess, early on is probably use my divine sense, which allows me to know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that are not behind total cover.
Okay. Go ahead and we will say.
I think so.
Yeah. Nothing is popping up currently with that.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah. So this forest, it's a pretty quiet sort of forest. I mean, it just seems, at least right now, here kind of late in the day, it just feels like most any forest that you have been in. The legend around here says you should stay overnight if you want to meet the god. Like maybe he'll come to you in your dreams or anything. But that's pretty much what you would know here.
Okay. Mordecai, is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, I would like to stay the night.
Okay. Do you think? I know it's your god's forest, but seems to me that people can come and go as they want. Should we have someone stay up in shifts just in case anything foul
befalls us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Do I see any holy symbols?
No, like this whole forest, the way it's kind of been set up, it's pretty much the town leaves it kind of pristine because of the connection to the god. They really try to not desecrate it in any way. So there's nothing really set up to be kind of any kind of holy symbol or anything like that in here.
Okay, I'm just going to be very careful when setting up the camp to be respectful of things nature-wise and otherwise.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave an offering of the flying snake thing that I don't know what it's actually called.
Okay.
Flying snake, I guess.
Yeah, the dead flying snake.
Yeah.
That you skinned.
It's got an arrow through it still.
Yeah. You do this and kind of set up a little thing, and I guess you're gonna go into the evening wanting to rest and try to catch sight or some kind of vision or something like that of this god that lives out here.
I guess I'll take first watch. Who
Sure.
wants to take second or third?
I don't necessarily, really not necessarily looking for a vision or too tied up, but more just here to be, assisting Mordecai and be helpful in that way. So I'll take second watch.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys set up your kind of your watches, and the evening is going to kind of draw in. Meanwhile, over in the tavern, Nank, you are drinking everyone under the table. You're getting money. How late are you doing this? Is your intent ever to go out and join the group? Or are you?
Nope.
Okay.
Just gonna wait until either my stomach gives out and I'm just starting to puke.
Okay.
Or I just, everybody's just down and we're just going, right, time for a nap.
Okay. Yeah, I think you probably at some point have to go out and puke or something just to just because you have too much in your stomach. It's not the alcohol doing anything to you. It's just you literally have no room to drink anything else.
Yeah. Basically, it's great. I'll be 1 moment. Okay, I'm back.
I think you were turning into a slight wonder of the town here. So the evening is going.
How much money do I make over the night?
We'll get to that. We'll come to that. Let's. So the evening is going to begin, and you'll rest for a little while, and the let's see, who was taking the first shift?
Coco.
Yeah. Okay, Coco.
And also I have to go in 15 minutes. Just FYI.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm aware of that. We'll wrap up for that. You're going to you're on the first shift, and you're going to roll a perception check for me. All right. Yeah. It's going to be a couple of minutes, but as everyone has kind of drifted off to sleep, you're kind of looking around in the forest, and just out of the corner of your eye, you're going to catch sight of something off in the distance. Something kind of slips between trees. You're not quite sure what it was.
I pinch myself to make sure I didn't accidentally fall asleep and I'm dreaming.
Okay. Roll another perception check if you want to with advantage. Yeah, you don't see this. You don't see this thing again. And it's just going to. You're not sure. You're not sure what you saw. And your shift is going to end, and Fritz will be up next, I guess.
That sounds foreboding.
So you head to bed, and Fritz, you take the next watch.
Okay.
Can I tell him what I thought I saw?
Yeah, you could say I thought I saw. Yeah, however.
Yeah,
you want
I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Not sure what it was, but it was sneaky.
No. My divine sense one more time. That's sort of as my shift begins.
Mm-hmm. Remind me what that sees one more time.
It says, I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is not setting off at all. Roll me a perception check, Fritz. Yeah, you're not going to see anything here at the beginning of your watch, even though you were watching closely. And it's going to grow later and later. It's a little after midnight probably at this point. 1 in the morning something. Mordecai. What I would like you to do is I would like you to roll a religion check for me.
Bam.
There you go. Okay. So you are sleeping. And you said you are a follower of Guayron, correct?
Yeah, and my leaky forest claim or something.
All right. So I think as you're sleeping, in fact, Maliki is going to come to you while you are sleeping. At least kind of a presence of her. And you're going to kind of see her in the form of some kind of doe, right? A deer that kind of wanders out of the forest around you that you kind of see in your dream. And this doe is going to kind of wander over to where you are sleeping, and you see yourself kind of laying on the ground, and the doe is just going to kind of whisper to you, "Wake up! The false Guayron approaches." And you are going to start awake. Fritz, you're still on watch, and as this happens, you're going to see, kind of stepping through the trees, no longer trying to hide at all. You're going to see a large, very large, nearly a 10-foot tall, kind of muscular-looking man with long white hair and a beard kind of whipping around him.
It's a White Walker.
What would you guys do?
I'm not awake yet, right?
You are not awake. Mordecai, you have just kind of started awake after this dream that you have had.
Mordecai, I guess Tiara, I wonder, is there any way that we could identify what this is?
Do we know what type of creature it is? If it's giant, then I probably know.
Well, obviously, right now it looks like the depiction of Guayron that you have been described to. Mordecai, I would give you some kind of nature check with advantage to see if you recognize this thing because of your giant connection. I think you're going to recognize it as a type of giant. You do not know what it is, but it is going to kind of approach the camp, and it seems to kind of have this ruse going where it is trying to appear as the god. It's not really saying anything. It's just kind of approaching the camp.
Still not awake.
Not unless someone wakes you up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrestle Coco, nudge him with my foot.
What's up? Holy shit. I can see this guy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mordecai, is that, does that look like your god?
What did the doe say again?
It said the false Gway, whatever.
Yeah, the false Guayron.
Guayron approaches.
I'll shake my head no.
Oh shit.
Get ready to fight.
To fight or run? This is a giant?
I mean, it is the size of a giant, definitely.
It's 10 feet, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not fully 10 feet, but I mean, it controls an area of 10 feet. So, I mean, it's pretty massive. It's probably 8 or 9 feet tall, with a arm span almost that wide as well.
My vote is to run. What do you guys want to do? Mordecai wants to fight, it sounds like. Fritz, what do you want to do?
Well, leaving as well, but if Mordecai wants to fight, then I'll likely stay.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Mordecai. I'm not going to leave you here.
Oh no. Can I speak in giant? Who are you?
Yeah, you absolutely can. I think in giant, this creature is going to respond back to you, and it kind of has a kind of a crackling, raspy sort of voice that it responds in, and it is going to say, "I am Guiron Windstrom. I have come to collect you."
Do I even need to do an insight check since Mordecai told me he's false?
Yeah, I think that would, yeah, not need to be done.
Okay.
Help. Would I be able to cast command on him to ask what his intentions are?
Or you could just ask him.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to. I will say, like, everything that you do, like, every time you kind of take an action, he's taking a couple of steps closer to the camp as well, so...
I keep my distance, so I take steps back in like...
Can I cast a spell too?
Yeah, what are you trying to do with command here? What is the, what is your word that you want to do?
Well, I want him... intentions towards us. What are your intentions?
Yeah. Let's see. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Let's see. What is your spell save?
Spell save?
It's on your spellcasting page. Sorry, I missed that. What was it?
12?
12. Okay. So it's going to save. All right. And Mordecai, you cast Longstrider on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is enough time. I think you're getting into a fight here. Unless you guys are going to run. I think that is, like, those are kind of your two options right now.
You guys know what I want to do. What do you...
I mean, Longstrider gives you the ability to run, or to move really good during the battle.
Anyone?
Mordecai?
Okay. I guess we'll run, but we will return.
Okay. You take flight, and this creature is going to kind of follow you a little bit, but I think you all can run. Mordecai, you outdistance everybody a little bit. Coco, you're probably lagging behind everyone else a little bit. Isn't your speed? Is it 25 or are you 30 as well?
25. If I need to, I can disengage if need be and go stealth, even though I hate stealthing.
Yeah, no, I think between your skills and everything, you guys are able to run. This thing isn't going to pursue too far. But it'll just kind of, like, the last you'll see of it is it kind of outlined against the sky, like standing with the hair flowing. And that is going to be kind of the last you see of this creature out here. You have encountered whatever this god in the forest is.
Could I do an animal check or history check to see what it was, since it's not a god?
Yeah, you can do a nature check. I'm not going to give you advantage on it because Mordecai did not get it.
Yeah, that's fine.
14, you're about the same. Like, you're assuming it's some kind. It spoke giant. You're assuming it's some kind of giant creature. But yeah. right, I know you've got to go, Coco, here, and
Yep.
and now basically.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kind of bring this to a close here. Let's jump back really briefly to Nank. But Jake, if you wanna head out, thanks for playing here today.
Guys.
Nank, you have spent the evening in the inn here. You have been challenging all comers. It has turned into so the barkeeper here has turned this into. He has very much a theatrical streak to him, and he has been kind of like really selling this thing. Like as you kind of have spent the evening with him, you kind of learn that he actually has kind of a dream of turning this whole bar into a theater and stuff. Like he's got this whole thing planned out.
You do you again, man.
Yeah,
I'll keep working.
And so he is like playing this up for you. You have attracted a massive crowd. You're taking like people on one by one, each one falling away drunk. Here's what I'm going to have you do. I would like you to roll a D100, and we're going to see how much gold you're going to have amassed for the evening. That you're going to have to share it with the bartender. But
Yeah, so I give him 10%.
yeah.
Is what we agreed.
I'm going to multiply that by.
I don't think that works.
I'm going to multiply that by. Roll one more D100. Let's see what happens.
I would be completely ripped off. Just being
I'll give you advantage on your D100 roll. All right, 78 gold. Yeah, so of that, you're going to give 8 gold back to the bartender. So you've made 70
gold by. Did I basically destroy the economy of this town because I mean, gold is worth a lot of people is worth a lot to these commoners, and basically they went and just spent all their money.
Yeah, like I think what's happening, there's probably a couple of large caravans in town, and like some pretty rich merchants and stuff who have been like sponsoring some of their guards and caravan.
Do it.
Yeah. So you haven't ruined the economy. You've just you have taken some of the cash out of it.
I have removed the wages of many a caravan guard.
Yes. So I think that's probably a good place for us to kind of close for tonight. Next time we can kind of pick up with Mordecai and Coco and Fritz running in from the woods in the middle of the night, spooked by some kind of giant creature out in the woods. And not very at all drunk Nank, who has made a little cash that he doesn't.
For reference, at the pure benefits, I've made 84 gold.
Excellent.
Today, tricking people.
Everyone on the stream, thank you guys for watching so much. We really appreciate your viewership. As always, hit the follow button. That's really helpful for what we're doing. And we are here every Saturday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We play Tomb of Annihilation. We're about 16 or so sessions into that. You can catch all of the replays of that on the YouTube channel. My YouTube is Lauren the GM. It's a pretty fun group. They're getting close to the lost, fabled city of Omu, the Dark Paladin who's there. We've done some really cool stuff recently. There's been turtles that have had an island that they have helped reclaim. A whole bunch of cool stuff like that. So check that stuff out. And we play this game every Sunday morning here. Storm King's Thunder, Sunday mornings, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Just live here on Twitch. So hit the follow button. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Thanks for playing today. We will next time have some more adventures. See you all next time.